Hello everybody and welcome back to one of my Nunavut videos. We are in Rankin Inlet, for those of you who don't know, and today Julia and I will be visiting one of the territorial parks in the area. One of the funnest parts about visiting this territorial park is actually the journey, how to get there. I've gone ahead and hired a private tour with my own personal driver on the ATV, and there she is. About a 10-minute ride outside of town and we will be at the official beginning of the park. Welcome to Iqalugaarjuup, Nunanga Territorial Park. To put things in perspective, the blue dot is town. That's where we are or were. We will first visit Thule Site and then Sandy Lake and way up north, Elder's Cabin. Back on the road we go. This was my very first ride on an ATV, and for me it was pretty fun, but I have limited footage because, as you can see, it's quite windy and it's quite bumpy. But I do have a quick clip if you're so interested, just to see what the roads are like around here. Lots of sand and gravel, a lot of dust. We eventually do get to Thule Site. It's not uncommon for some of the locals to carry large Culligan-style jugs on ATVs and come to this site to fill them up for cooking and drinking water. I haven't tried it myself, but the water is remarkably clear and it is always flowing. Unfortunately, we do see some evidence of litter from those jugs, as you can see here. Not too far away from Thule Site is this archaeological site. I'm not sure if it's a replica or not, but it is a Carmack, also known as a sod house. These sod houses are semi-subterranean. They're built right into the ground, and they were used all the way up till about the 1950s. So this home may very well be an original and not a replica. You saw the big raven or crow there. I don't see any food or carcasses inside the house, but you can see large blocks of peat moss used to construct the sides of the house. I'm uncertain what was used to cover the roof, whether it was more peat or possibly animal skin. Here we see a video of a real Carmack being built in the 1970s in Nunavut. This video comes credit of the website. You can see at the bottom right hand corner. The video is about 7 odd minutes, and you feel free to visit the site to see the full film. Also around this site is a ring tent, and that's what it looks like. The tent is made of skin and it is surrounded by large rocks. As you can see here, the large rocks anchor the skin to the ground, and these ring tents, if you don't know, they just look like a bunch of rocks, but actually it is a remnant of an older time. Moving on to the next site is Sandy Lake, a nice swimming hole. This cool looking door here kind of looks like the front door to an invisible house, but as Julia is soon to realize, it's actually an outhouse and she is scared away by the flies. Here's another view of Sandy Lake from the main road. It's a nice little picnic area, and it's actually quite shallow, meaning that even in Nunavut on a relatively warm summer's day, it can get decently warm that you're not freezing. I've actually seen plenty of people swimming here. One of the hardest things about making this particular video is figuring out what clip to include when you're looking out onto the landscape. Yes, there are some areas where there's a cabin or a picnic bench, but when you really look out into the land, it's extremely difficult to see any evidence of human presence. Never ever in my life have I seen such uninterrupted vastness. No trees, just the wind, no presence of people or traffic. It is beautiful. The only human presence right now is myself and Julia. She's making her way down from the main road because I was gesturing her to come over and check this beautiful view out. We're going to head back to the main road now and hop back onto the ATV because we are going to head to our next site. We're going to move away from Sandy Lake now and onto our final destination, Elder's Cabin. Back on the road we go. By the time we get to Elder's Cabin, we'll be about 30 odd kilometers away from town. And here's another amazing view from Elder's Cabin. There's just nothing out there. No noise other than the wind. This is one of the lookout points here. And then there's Julia. Quickly looking over the information plaque here, we see it says that it's an ancient caribou hunting area, but this is actually not something of the past. Still, thousands and thousands of caribou still go through this area, and I've just unfortunately missed the migration, which happened sometime last month. Here's a depiction of how the hunt happens. Look how happy that guy is. He's got a big smile on his face. He wants to get a caribou. And then there's a couple of guys here, I guess they're like herders or something, to chase the caribou into the trap. And there's another one way out there. Unfortunately, the only caribou I got to see was this unfortunate one, what used to be a caribou. There's the head, it's upside down, the antlers are still intact. Unsure how long it's been around, but as you can see, the rest of the body has just disintegrated. Well, that just about wraps up our video. I don't think this is a park that's often visited by non-locals, so I hope you enjoyed seeing a few of our clips. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.